Yay! I made it. It's Saturday night.
It's Saturday night.
It's Saturday night. I have to make sure. Hi, everybody. The return of old guy. It's been a fun last couple of weeks off. We celebrated our 30th wedding anniversary. Had a really nice party for the whole town, and it was good fun. It was really good fun. We had enough people show.
Yep.
Not everybody, but that's okay.
A lot of.
Yeah, enough. Yeah, it was good. It was a fun time. It really was. And then last Saturday night, it was just kind of nice not to really do anything in particular.
Yeah.
I think we took a drive or something. So I'm just getting some parchment paper.
Natalie's here
Hi, Natalie.
on her lunch break.
Natalie, real quick, I just want to tell you that your request of spicy pulled pork will be next Saturday. I just want to let you know that right now while you're here. So,
Rock Girl's here.
I'm sorry?
Rock Girl.
Rock Girl.
Congratulations. Sounds like a good time. Hope all is well.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. All is well. Hope all is well with you and all your folk. So yeah, tonight I just decided to do something real plain, basic, simple, quick and easy. Just because it's been so hectic with projects, spring projects and so forth, that I didn't get the pulled pork or the pork ready to do pulled pork. Which is what it should be tonight. Spicy pulled pork as requested by Natalie, but
Oh, no. Go ahead. You wanted to eat.
Cat's eating the dog's food. Oh well,
He wanted to eat.
that's not unusual. Come on, cat, go on.
Come on.
Here, I'll put the dish over that way. Okay. So anyway, next Saturday night I will have spicy pulled pork for Natalie's request. Just this week didn't come together quite as nicely as I thought it might for getting things ready for today. So and it's been a busy week. Got something coming up tomorrow. I'll let y'all know about that here in a little while. And is that it? Anybody else in the room so far?
Stanley's here. Hi, guys. So happy I'm able to watch the whole stream.
Stanley, good evening.
Miguel?
I'm glad you're welcome. I'm glad you're here. And Miguel, good evening, sir. Saturday night, we're just getting started. I'm going to make some blueberry muffin cookies for dessert tonight. Gonna make the meatloaf. And I guess I'm going to make a little rice to go with that, and some brown gravy. And for a vegetable, we got some corn on the cob. So, first corn on the cob of the season, as a matter of fact. I mean, not from here, but the first we've seen this season as far as sweet corn. We'll see.
Yep.
A lot of so-called sweet corn tastes like field corn. Which is good for like feeding a cow or making into cereal.
Stanley says you're making me drool.
Oh well, stick around, pal. Things are just getting started. Okay, let's get started on the cookies, huh? Turn on the oven. That's a good start.
Yep.
See, see, that was just so darn easy. All right. Got my stuff here to make cookies, or most of it anyway. Most of it anyway. I do have to melt some butter. Butter! I know it. Melting butter. I'm even going to use the microwave. Or Chef Mike, as we used to call it in some places.
Natalie says, why shouldn't you trust trees?
Why shouldn't we trust trees? Oh, I don't know.
They seem shady.
They seem shady. Oh boy.
Emmanuel's here.
Hey bud. Good evening. Happy Saturday. In fact, happy Saturday to everybody. I'm going to say happy Saturday to Doug and Shar at home. Salute. Yeah, it's going to be a fun night. So I'm going to get this butter melted real quick. I am very excited about, and I'll probably talk about this through the evening, but next, see where I'm at right now? Tomorrow evening at 6 p.m., so it'll be an hour later than right now, is the live George and Pudgy show. Now, what is the George and Pudgy show? You may well ask. And the George and Pudgy show is a 1940s style radio comedy show, kind of like, I suppose, if you were to compare it to something, maybe kind of like a Honeymooners kind of thing. A couple of four people, two couples, two brothers, George and Pudgy. Anyway, I wrote one before, and that was the what was that, Pie in the Sky episode, and that was just one that we recorded the audio, and then I went in later and filled in the sound effects and so forth, and you can find that one on my page. But this one will be performed live and in two installments, 2 1-hour programs this Sunday night and the following Sunday night. So next 2 Sunday nights, the George and Pudgy show done live. So on my channel. So just be here an hour later than we are now. Whatever time zone you're in, just add an hour to it, and that's when we'll start. So I wanted to get that out of the way right first of all. And
Just a Fan is here.
Just a Fan. Hey, well, welcome to the channel. I saw that you had recently subscribed, so thank you very much. I want to get that off the top. So Saturday night, I cook what you guys, the viewers, request, at least most of the time. Tonight, because I've been off a couple of weeks, I'm just doing something a little different that I want to do, but I'll be back to the viewer requests tomorrow. See where it is? Next week. Next Saturday. Woo! Barely got that out.
Rock Girl says, sounds interesting. I'll definitely tune in.
Oh, please do. Please do. It should be fun. It is a great deal of fun, as a matter of fact.
And Lisa's here.
Lisa.
Hi, and how are you doing? I hope you are fine.
Good, Lisa. We are doing very well tonight. I need to kind of get myself refocused here. I actually wrote some note, or actually Mrs. Old Guy wrote me some note here so I don't mess up my recipe too badly. Let's start with some flour. That's always a good place.
Yep.
All right. So 2.5 cups of flour here. These are, for those of you that are tuned in a little bit later, this is blueberry muffin cookies for dessert. All right, so 2.5 cups of flour. Let's get that on there. And they are a drop cookie, by the way. That means you bake it and then you drop it on the floor and everybody gets mad. No? That's not what a drop cookie means?
That would be Chumley and Polly dessert.
Yeah. Well, at least it would be one that wouldn't be too horrible for them. All right, let's get a little baking powder action going here. Okay, baking powder, a little bit of salt. And if anybody ever wants actually a recipe from what I do here, just hit me up at oldguyincolorado@gmail.com and I'll do the best I can. All right. Sometimes I shoot off the hip. And sometimes I don't, like right now. All right, so sugar. Just gonna kind of crank through this as quickly as I can. These cookies take a little while to bake, so I don't want it to be too long because I still have at least an hour baking time on the meatloaf, so 45 minutes anything. All right, hold still. Let's grab these cups. 1/4 cup of brown sugar and 3/4 of a cup of regular sugar. Put that in there. Old school canisters here. Get a new set maybe one of these days. And like last fall, there's been a bear problem in town lately, and it's visited our house. I'll be glad when there's enough snow melted up high that things have started to grow and there's a food source for them that way. Or that way, or that way. All right.
Still in the kitchen? Hello?
Yeah, Eli. Good evening. Blueberry muffin cookies. Right off the bat here. I like that sound.
Yeah.
I like that sound. All right, I'm gonna get a little bit of lemon zest going in here. Not a whole lot, just of course, a little bit of lemon juice. And whenever I bake a berry pie, especially blueberries or raspberries, blackberries, I always add a little bit of lemon juice. Sometimes I add the zest.
Natalie says, why couldn't the bicycle stand up on its own?
Okay.
Because it was too tired.
Oh boy. Oh boy. I almost feel like I'm in danger somehow from I don't know why. I kind of get that feeling. Okay, let's put an egg in there. We're going to throw the vanilla. No, I'm not going to throw it in there. I'll probably actually measure it and pour it in there. Or I guess it could be considered a dump in the measuring sense. Teaspoon and a half of vanilla. All right. Couple teaspoons of the zestoli. That's probably exactly what I got there. A little close enough. And a couple tablespoons. What did I do with that earlier? I thought for sure I pulled out my little zester. Did I not, Mrs. Old Guy?
You what?
My little hand juicer.
I don't know.
Could have swore I pulled that out earlier. What did I do with it?
Eli says, speaking of bikes, won't be able to stay long. Going to hit up the mountain bike trails in a bit.
Well, that sounds like fun.
And Ronald's here.
Hey, Ronald.
Find it?
No, I didn't, so I'll just squeeze it with my hand. Oh, well.
Got two of them.
Well, I know I got two of them, but I'm not going to search for them right now. It's okay. Not a big deal. Right in front of my face, goober. Boy. All right, well, I guess I won't need it. Gee whiz. All right. Couple tablespoons of this lemon juice, if I can pour it without getting seeds in it. There's one. Try and get that seed out of there. All right. I like my cookies seedless. I don't know about you.
I prefer them that way.
Yeah, seedless cookies are much better. Unless, of course, you're making poppy seed cookies, in which case the seeds are, we don't have to go there, though, do we? Okay. A little bit of cow squeezings. Cow squeezings. Some folks call it milk.
Steve Russell's here.
Steve Russell, good evening, sir.
Says hello.
Hello. All right, let's put in a 1/4 cup of milk. Whoop, here we go. And then a couple of cups of blueberries.
Should be good.
Yeah, they should. I'm gonna get this up out of my way. Get this up out of my way. Try not to have a huge mess right in front of me the whole time here. All right, set those aside. Blueberries. These are frozen Maine wild blueberries.
Rock Girl says cow squeezins sounds questionable.
It does, doesn't it?
Travis M's here.
Travis!
It's been a rough year for me, Tom. I hope you are doing well.
Hey, life isn't always easy, but it is what it is, right? Something better to mix that with. That ain't gonna do too well. Get these cookies mixed up here and get a batch baked. And after I get the batch out of the oven, I'm hoping I'll toss a meatloaf in as a follow-up. So I just get you all right over there, Mrs. Little Guy?
Yep. Just watching the cat.
Watching the cat.
The cat.
The cat watcher. Okay. So, the adventures of George and Pudgy. The George and Pudgy show. I really hope you folks can join us for the next couple of Sunday nights. And got works to hopefully expand on this a little bit more. We will see what happens in the coming weeks and months. All right.
Did you put butter in it?
I sure did.
Didn't see you do it, so that's why.
Yeah, there's the empty container.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Gerald Pearson?
Gerald.
Hey, neighbor.
Well, howdy, neighbor. And then he's literally my neighbor.
Across the street.
Right across the street. Glad you're here, man. Welcome inside my house, dude. Yes, sir. Blueberry muffin cookies. And now here, see, Jerry, here's one of the perks about living next to this guy. I'm always making more than we're gonna eat.
Yep.
So don't be surprised if from time to time you get a little phone call. Hey, man. Like last time it was what was it last time? Tacos?
Yep.
Yep, you just never know what it could be. Anywhere from, I guess, tacos to chicken Kiev.
Yep. To a dessert or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. All right. We're finally starting to get mixed up here. They look pretty good. Blueberry muffin cookies.
He says yummers.
Oh, yeah. All right. Toss that in the sink. Nothing too fancy here, folks. I just ain't that kind of foo-foo chef. That's all there is to it. All right.
Rock Girl wants to know, are these cookies a family recipe?
No. They are not a family recipe. I do have some family recipe cookies, but these are not one of them. However, they are good. It is a good cookie recipe. So about roughly on these balls. A little bit of hat, a little bit apart. Give them a little
Scott's
room.
here. I hope you're all doing great.
Hey, Scott, good evening. Welcome, welcome. Dabbing out some blueberry muffin cookies here and hopefully getting them in the oven pretty quick. We'll see. Pretty quick.
Eli says, I heard on the news that some guy in Colorado switched seats with his dog to avoid a DUI.
Yeah, didn't do any good. He still got
for effort.
he still got a DUI.
Yep.
Several years ago, there was a story in the Boulder newspaper about these couple college guys. They found a mountain lion injured on the side of the road. So they picked it up and they put it in the back of their car, and they were going to drive it to an emergency animal hospital that was just inside Boulder. And they got pulled over by the sheriff's department, at which time the sheriff told them, well, it smells like marijuana in your car. And they tried saying that the mountain lion was the one that smelled like marijuana. And the sheriff deputy was quoted as saying, "Mountain lions don't smoke marijuana."
That was funny.
That was funny. So, yeah, so they got in trouble.
You should have kept that
He should have. Yeah.
article.
Yeah, it was a funny article. Mountain lion. Yep. People in Colorado will try to get out of DUIs or whatever. They'll say just about anything.
Yep.
Okay. Get a couple more of these out here, and then we'll pop them in the oven.
Eli says, quote of the year.
Mountain lion. Yep. Mountain lions don't smoke marijuana. They eat it. It's like catnip. No. Highly doubtful. A little more. I don't want to make them too small, too big. You know, just the Goldilocks zone there. Just right. All right. Pretty tasty.
Yeah, we looked.
Okay. There's one thing on the directions that I did not do that it said to. And that was to refrigerate this dough, but I'm not going to do it. I've got more important things to do than refrigerate this dough.
Janice is here.
Janice! Good evening.
Scott said LOL switched seats with his dog. I did read that story.
All right. Well, Janice, blueberry muffin cookies in the oven. Just put them in. I'm going to do some corn on the cob, so I guess I'll shuck the corn. So I guess you could tell right about now that we're having corn on the cob with that there meatloaf. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Hello to Ed too, if he's watching. All right. That'll be looking good. Yes, indeed. Looking very forward. So anxious to see this George and Pudgy production finally come to life. It's been probably 6 months for me to write and get this all together, and I'm really excited to see it finally happening, and I really hope we have a good audience tomorrow night.
Eli has to go.
Eli, I'm glad you got the chance to pop in for a bit. I do appreciate you, brother. What's that?
He'll catch you on the replay.
Okay, man. Have a good one. All right. Nice little drink of agua. Okay, real quick, like, start chopping on a little bit of veg here. Nothing major. Yeah, I got the tip end of a couple of peppers. Just a little bit left from what I was cooking, I think, a minute or two ago.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna give these a fine little dice, add them in.
Janice said they're both there.
Awesome. Well, as always, there's so many. It's getting more increasingly difficult to do what I want to do, what I need to do in the great out of doors while it's the time to do it, and trying to keep up with all the people that I like, all the channels that I like to watch. It's I sometimes I get a little frustrated because I don't have the time to watch or comment as much as I normally do or would like to. So just wanted to kind of air that. All right, a little bit of pepper, some onion, I think is appropriate. What do you think? Some onion in the meatloaf? Some people can't stand onion. What?
Yep.
Yep. Some folks just don't like onion or have problems with them. Just like me and tomato sauce at night.
Yep.
Or spicy food. Not always a great idea. It just depends on what night it is. For that, mostly that means what time I try to lay down and go to sleep.
Yep.
Although the addition of the wedge pillow has been good. It's when you're dealing with a lot of acid reflux, one of those pillows, man. And you know, it's a little bit hard on my hips, but man, at least I can go to sleep.
That's good.
Yeah. All right. A little bit of diced onion in there.
Greg's here. Howdy ho.
Howdy ho, Greg. Good evening, afternoon by now, I think, for you. All right. Let's go set that aside. There we go, folks. That didn't go as smoothly as I wanted it to.
Jerry says jalapenos.
Nope. No jalapenos this time. No jalapenos. Now, if I was making myself some breakfast burritos, you can bet your bippy. If you know what a bippy is, and if you don't, look it up.
Lisa said, Tom, I had Tim's birthday party yesterday and we all had a fun time.
Awesome. Well, yeah.
Happy birthday to Tim.
Yeah, I wished him a happy birthday. And I'm glad you guys had fun. That's awesome. That is awesome. You know, nothing like family and friends
Yep.
on things like birthdays and stuff and such.
And a happy belated birthday to Lisa, because her birthday was like the day or two before our anniversary.
That's right. So, yes, that's right. Happy birthday to you, Lisa, recently. Belated. Birthday wishes to you. All right, let's get a little bit of the crackers. This is where the compromise comes in for us. Mrs. Old Guy does not like breadcrumbs in meatloaf. I prefer breadcrumbs over crackers, but to me, it's not that big of a difference, so crackers it is.
Greg told the chat that it's 9:30 a.m. Sunday there.
Okay, 9:30 a.m. Sunday, so at 10 a.m. your time tomorrow is the George and Pudgy Show.
Greg says, I just saw the meow meow running past picking up crumbs.
Yep, she's currently eating some ground turkey out of the dog's dish. We give them extra protein by giving them like turkey or chicken, some lean beef once in a while.
Yep.
Crackers.
Lisa said thanks for the birthday wishes.
Oh, you're welcome.
Corey's comedy channel's here.
Hey,
sneeze in
Corey's
front
comedy.
Never sneeze in front of your boss when you're eating crackers.
Well, that's sound advice. That is sound advice. All right. Now comes the hands-on part.
Gooey.
Well, I actually kind of jumped the gun here just a little bit.
Why?
Let me rinse off my hand and I'll show you why. I'll show you why. I've been known to do that from time to time, jump the gun or screw up. I got some very coarse salt, some black peppercorns here. I want to grind them both a little bit. Come on. Looks good. I don't want to get carried away. Wait a minute.
Greg told me, here is some sound advice. My dad used to tell me, never look at a man in the eyes as he's eating a banana.
Yeah, well, no. That sounds like pretty good advice. I would also say another piece of good advice is don't eat green meat or really fuzzy cheese.
Corey says, my ego is so big when I open the refrigerator and the light comes on, I do 10 minutes.
That must make for some long nights. I'm gonna make a brown gravy to go with this. Okay, so I've just delayed the asking. You know what we're having. We're having meatloaf and corn on the cob and some rice, brown gravy. What are you guys having? What are you having for your dinner or your current meal? Next meal, whatever.
Craig says, old guy in Colorado, fuzzy cheese is good when done right.
Yeah. I haven't seen too many fuzzy cheeses that I liked, but
Jerry wants to know when's dinner?
when is dinner?
Yeah.
Oh, about 45 minutes. You guys want some meatloaf?
John's here.
Oh, John! Come on, folks. Old guy wants to know what you're having for your dinner. You know what I'm having. Break down. Give it all. Let's go. I'm not getting any younger. I mean, I am called old guy, right? So, come on. Don't make me wait. What are you having for your dinner?
Jerry says, sweet. Dinner in 45 minutes.
I'm going to take a look at my cookies since I didn't bother to set a timer.
Ooh. Are they black yet?
Not yet. Not yet.
They're not. Scott's having leftover chicken lasagna.
That's good. So, the old guy got himself into another little community effort that, you know, if I would have just kept my mouth shut and not said anything. But I didn't keep my mouth shut, and I did say something, and so now I'll be the one getting ready and setting up for a pretty large free community pancake breakfast next month, and I'm glad I have until next month to get it planned, because it's going to include our immediate area, which means the town down below. So if we get a whole bunch of people that hear about it, it could be a very long morning. So I got to make sure I'm ready for it. Me and my big mouth.
Let me catch up here real quick. Greg says, was Moo Cow playing the drums back then?
Yeah.
Scratching.
I think he was.
John says, I am having chicken, fried chicken, and mashed potatoes.
Ooh, yum.
Greg's having pork chassu, bake, and veggies. Janice says, tonight is all sorts of leftovers from reviews I've been doing.
Well, I can see that, Janice, because you
Dave and Paula
should put
here.
out a lot of videos. I'm sorry, what?
Dave and Paula.
Hey,
Funky
Paula,
Tuesday.
hey guys.
Good evening. Meatloaf is one of my favorites.
Awesome. Yep. Well, it's about ready to go in the oven. I got it ready right there. But I'm waiting for my blueberry muffin cookies. Let me take
Scott's just listening. He's doing online classes. Janice loves pancake breakfast.
Yeah, it should be fun. There is a local food pantry that is
they're going to. It's a combination of three entities here in town. There's the fire protection district. There's the water district, which I'm part of, and the food pantry. And so between the three of them, we are putting together this breakfast. So we're gonna have biscuits and gravy, sausage gravy and biscuits, I suppose I should say. Simple cheese omelets, scrambled eggs, bacon, sausage, and of course pancakes, juice, coffee, milk. So it'll be quite the undertaking.
Scott says, ooh, Tom, I'm helping with a pancake breakfast feed for the fire department on the 4th of July. It's going to be a busy day for me. I'm also throwing a block party.
Yes, sir. Yep. We were going to do it on the 4th of July weekend, but we decided to do it the weekend after. So it'll be like the 8th,
Yep.
I think. Because we think there'll probably be more people in town. Broke, out of money. They just spent their family jewels on celebrating the 4th of July. So, all right, where's my...
Corey said that they say nothing is impossible. Have you ever tried barbecuing pancakes?
Have I ever tried what?
Barbecuing pancakes.
Barbecuing pancakes.
Paul is here. Hi, Tom and Deb. Hope all is well. I love pancakes. We will be there.
Awesome. And for those of you who have recently joined us, tomorrow evening at about this time, it'll be 6 o'clock our time. So it's 5:45 now. So add an hour to that wherever you are or whatever, hour or two. Live stream of the George and Pudgy show. Something that Val, let's see, from Trippy Food, is a main character. He's my brother, Pudgy Coinbridge. There's a lot of, some of you know Arthur and Olivia. They both have permanent characters in the George and Pudgy show. Same thing with their roommate. She now is part of the George and Pudgy show, and if any of you have seen Destin Goblin, if you haven't, please go check out his channel. But he is also got a pretty important role in this George and Pudgy episode coming up.
Yep.
So
And Matt?
2 weeks.
Dave said that they had hamburgers, nachos, and mac and cheese tonight. Kind of a mismatch.
Well, sounds good to me. That's not too much of a mismatch.
Paula says, can we contribute to your meal you are doing?
To the meal we are doing? Yeah. You bet. All right.
Jenna says, wow, that's a pretty fancy for a pancake breakfast.
It is. It is. But the food pantry we have here, it's they're really good. They really like to, of course they're a food pantry, so that's they're here for the community.
Yep.
And that's doing stuff for the community has been my thing pretty much since we've been here. Just more so over these last 5 years, it's kind of been increasingly larger projects and bigger community events, which I'm really happy for. So it's good to see this small of a town come together like they do. So it's just a lot of fun to do. Let me get this out of the way, and I'll bet you that's my brother.
Hello. Hi.
Okay. Meatloaf is in the oven. I suppose I should set a timer here.
Ooh, yeah.
Let's go
He'll be jealous.
50 minutes. Oh, wait. French dip?
Yep.
Tri-tip French dip.
knew it.
And onion rings.
And onion rings.
Yes.
See, that's the meal she could eat.
Okay, have a good night.
Okay, that's all right,
Bye.
Doug. You're on.
And then he says they're having pancakes for dessert, and then he says not really. Corey says, what kind of keys do kids like?
Monkeys.
Cookies. Greg says for his breakfast he's having a version of BLT. Mine is bacon, lettuce, tomato, egg, marinated onions, and fresh chopped chilies and mayo.
Oh, yeah, that sounds
I
great.
call it a bletico, BLETACO.
Sounds good to me.
Whatever.
I like sandwiches with bacon. You know, I call it Bob, breakfast on bread or breakfast on a bun.
Yep.
You know, yeah, I'll put any or all of those ingredients. It just depends on, you know, what's available and what I feel like. So, yeah, breakfast. I kind of had a breakfast on, on bread
Yep.
today. Yeah, just sausage and cheese, but you know.
Those cookies look good.
They are, or they do. Yes, they are. Hey, well, I'm half here and I'm half thinking about tomorrow night and whether or not I've got everything ready to go. So, kind of going back and forth here. So you don't have to excuse me, but I wish you would. Oh boy. So I'll wait for a few 20 minutes here or so, and we'll get the rice and this corn started. Back.
Greg says old guy in Colorado, egg must be runny.
Yes. Although I have eaten it both ways, just with some scrambled egg and cheese, and like a nice over medium. You know, you bite in there and the yolk runs all over. Yep.
Dave says, how is everything going with you guys? Hope all is well.
Things are going okay. I'll have to admit that I was kind of going through a rough time for a while, and I'm not going to get into any details or anything, but finally, the clouds part and we get a little bit of sunshine coming in, and things are definitely looking better, feeling better. So, I hope that answers your question. Doing okay. My spring or summer projects are coming along. And right now we are working on our gazebo, and I have no idea what I'm doing. So there's a lot of this that has been, shall we say, frustrating. But finally I'm starting to make some good progress, and I'm hoping to get the gazebo finished maybe in the next week or so, before I can get started on my next 2 projects. So we'll see. I got a pretty big to-do list this year, but a lot of it has to do with extending the roof on the house on about a little more than half of it, so that I can keep snow away from the house. It just, when it melts, this is an old house, and the last thing I need is continual snow melt and whatnot right up against it. So not only that, I can't use my sidewalks. So roof's getting extended, so it's off, away from the house and into the yard, and that's how that animal is going to play out.
Greg says, old guy in Colorado, you have the butterflies. That's awesome.
I have the butterflies.
About your show.
About my show tomorrow night? Yeah, a little bit. I wouldn't say that they're butterflies.
I've done, I did stand-up comedy for a few years down in Denver, and I'm not afraid of being in front of people or talking. It's just, I guess butterflies may be it, but it's not a performing butterflies. It's more like butterflies of making sure that everything goes the way it's planned, and we don't have any hiccups like somebody can't get logged in, or we miss one of our actors or something happens. That's just a big concern right now. Until it's over with, it's just going to be there.
Corey says, on a serious note, it's really good to see you guys. I see your channel is doing awesome, and that's so wonderful.
Thank you, Corey. I appreciate that. We're doing okay. For me, the main purpose for my YouTube channel is for fun. I obviously ain't doing it for money, because I've spent a lot more than I would ever make on this channel. So I appreciate that, the kind words, absolutely, and I really appreciate everybody that comes and watches me regularly, because this is it's certainly nothing fancy, that's for sure.
Greg said he's seen that short and he was worried, and he said that you love me so much.
Yep.
Dave says, I hear you on the dark clouds, as we've had some as well, but time makes things better and the sun will shine.
Yep, that's a fact.
And Greg says, old guy in Colorado, I'm always here at the bottom of the world for you.
We've always wanted, that's something on my bucket list. I want to go to Australia.
Yeah.
We really wanted to move there. We really
did.
I planned it out right down to the neighborhood. But
it just didn't work.
Didn't work out. Yep, I was too old to get a work visa. Didn't realize that that 30-something was too old to get a work visa.
Yep. Dave says, my honey-do list keeps getting longer, and the weather here is not cooperating.
Uh-oh.
And then he says, we love your channel and we try to watch as much as possible.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that a lot, and I know like I said, I haven't been watching as much of the normal channels as I normally do. Just been so busy with stuff, and I haven't been leaving as many comments as I normally do. But I still support everybody that I have. It's just been hey, life goes on, right? Obla di blah. So, whew. Man.
Chat's all caught up.
Sometimes, like working out here on this freaking gazebo, because I have no idea what I'm doing, and nothing is really square or straight, evenly spaced. Because when I first did what I did, the only thing I was going to do was just invert a 9-foot diameter satellite dish on the top like an umbrella. And I did that. And what I did for that worked just fine. But the satellite dish did not survive a winter, so I took it apart and brought it in for the aluminum scrap that it was. And it just kind of sat there with 5 sticks sticking out of a horseshoe for the last couple of years, and it's time for something to happen with it before it just crumbles apart. Need to fix it and get it done.
Dave says we are 10 days into June and it's rained 10 days.
We got all our rain the the middle to the end of last month. Holy smokes! That's when the road washed out down here, and I don't understand Colorado, the state of Colorado, and the Department of Transportation. It was a culvert that washed out. Right now, we can get in and out of town because of a little sidetrack that they made. And instead of just fixing it, bringing in the equipment, put in a new culvert, fix the road, they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. They hired a company to come out and put in a temporary bridge, so then they could go underneath and build a new culvert, or put a new culvert in, and then take the temporary bridge out. And I don't understand, because of where the road is, how they're gonna keep traffic going when they take this bridge out. It's not like they can take one lane out at a time. It's a 2-lane bridge. So it's crazy. It really is. I don't get it. Maybe it's got something to do with the geography of the land, that they can't just pop in a new one. I don't know. I'm not an engineer, but it just seems to me to be a big freaking waste of money to spend the time to put in a temporary bridge when you can just build a new culvert and be done with it.
Yeah, and then they waited a month to get this company in here to do a bridge.
Yeah, they waited a month to do that.
Greg says, old guy in Colorado, love the short shirt. Sorry, good lady, but can you sport those guns for everyone?
Huh?
Janice says it's a free-form gazebo?
Kinda, yeah. It's kind of an elongated C. It didn't, it wasn't perfectly round. It was kind of elongated, and yeah, I just popped the poles up to. It's okay. It'll look neat when it's done.
Dave says, Tom, can you ever understand the government?
Can I ever understand the government?
No.
I understand enough to know that I don't understand enough, and that's okay with me.
Crazy Food Cruise here?
Tim? How's
Happy
it going?
birthday, Tim.
Wild man over there with you? Is the wild man there?
Greg says, why do governments do this?
They just do. It's how they play their game. I don't know if Wildman is watching or not, but Dave, since you guys are here, and Wildman, if you are watching, although it hasn't been worked on for a little while, I am still planning on doing Myers Creek, and when I do, I'm still going to be asking you folks to do those characters that I had already talked to you about. So I know it's been like delayed by almost 7-8 months now, but it's just on the back burner, but it's still still in the pot. Just wanted to let you guys know.
Greg says, old guy in Colorado, I mean, show off those guns in a flex. Sorry.
These
Like,
guns?
flex your
These
muscles.
aren't guns. They're little garter snakes.
Dave said, good answer, Tom.
Yeah,
The
see?
government.
More flab than anything.
Dave says they're interested, just let us know.
Oh, I absolutely will. I absolutely will. Yeah, it's just that's why I wanted to mention it, just because it has been a while since I talked to you about it, and it's not anything that I've forgotten. Just pushback on the burner. This Georgia pudgy thing kind of came flooding in, and it was like, oh, there it is. So that comes to me easier than a Western. So, but it will happen. Mark my words. I don't know how you would do that. How do you mark somebody's words? Please, anybody? How do you mark? You mark my words.
Greg says, nah, they are.
They're not
your muscles.
They're not your words. They're the words that everybody uses.
Crazy Food Crew says, Wild Man is here hanging out.
Awesome.
He says it's all good time.
Okay. Well, just letting you know. And also, guys, I hope you guys at the crew will be listening tomorrow night. I don't know, was it 6 o'clock? Yes. So this time tomorrow night, whatever time it is where you are right now, is when the George and Pudgy show, Hunting We Will Go, is live, going to be broadcast live. So we really hope that you guys will kick back and enjoy, bring yourself a beverage of some sort and something to snack on, and sit back and have a few laughs.
Greg says, you're a strong man.
Yeah, that's me, Mr. Strongman. I used to be strong, not so much anymore. Nope. It's a good thing I don't ever have to hassle with any wet paper bags. Mrs. Old Guy, I'm really, these cookies. Oh, they smell so good. Mm-hmm.
Hurry up, Meatloaf.
Yep, well, Meatloaf got a little bit yet. I'll be starting rice here, though, pretty soon.
Sounds good.
I know. I'm doing it the rude and crude way, just in a pan with water.
On the stove.
On the stove. I'm sorry, for those of you that, cook your rice properly. I refuse to do it. I'm just that kind of guy.
Greg says, you're doing good, mate.
Whew. I don't know what I'm doing right now, I'll tell you that.
Waiting for food to cook.
Thank you. See?
Talking to your friend.
She told me what I was doing. What am I doing? Oh yeah. Sitting here talking to my friends.
Yep.
Watching these minutes slowly tick by. Well, this is the only meal we eat every day is just dinner. Sometimes we'll have a little lunch. I think, oh wait, today I did eat a sandwich.
Yep. Two of them.
2 of them. That's right. I kind of forgot about that.
Breakfast sandwich.
Breakfast sandwiches.
Greg says, old guy, be careful on how close to the edge of the table you slid it there.
I know it, right? You would be seeing a moo cow chowing some cookies.
Jenna says, old guy, I think mark my words means to write down what I say so that later you'll have proof I predicted this.
Ah, okay. Thank you, Janice. See, I was totally wrong then about marking my words.
And Greg says, all those old school tats and all.
Old school tats, yeah. Well, 18 and in the Army. Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night.
This was like about 5 days later. Yeah. Way too many Boilermakers. At least that's what we called them. I think that's what you call it when you drop a shot of whiskey into a beer and then chug it down. Do a few too many Boilermakers and you'll do all kinds of stupid stuff. Oh, again, I drank all my water.
Oh.
Sometimes I wonder why I even bother. I mean, I drink it and it's just gone. Okay, last one in the package.
Greg says, that's why we love you, sir.
Well,
Legend for stepping up to keep us safe.
Well, I'll take one for the team anytime.
Dave says, I got my first tattoo at the age of 18 as well. When I was stationed in 29 Palms, California while in the Marines, and many more after that, some with alcohol, lol.
Yep. Yep, I was in Fort Gordon, Georgia. I'd never been to that part of the country where it gets real humid. It's really dry here in Colorado comparatively. And August in Georgia. Found out what that's like. Wow.
Corey says, if you got 2 flies at a bathroom, which one is the army fly?
If you got 2 flies in a bathroom,
Which
one is the army fly?
Yeah.
No.
That's the one on the tank.
That's the one on the tank. Oh boy.
Greg says, Colorado, you still have to have a tattoo.
Well, I did get a couple after the army. I was really, really drunk one night. We were at my apartment, which was nice. And I kind of remember my buddy asking, what's your name? He's asking me what my name was, and I couldn't tell him. I was too drunk. So next day, I went out and I got my name tattooed right here. Okay, drunk foolishness.
Dave says the humidity in the South is horrible.
No, it is. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy it in Texas.
Nope.
When we lived there.
That was really bad.
I didn't enjoy it when I was in basic training.
Florida was bad too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess that's the South.
I don't know. I guess if I could be used to it if I was there,
Yep.
longer, but the 8 weeks I was there was enough.
Greg wants to know, how does it feel to wake up with a massive hangover and see your tattoo?
How did it feel?
Yes.
Well, I mean, it really didn't feel like much of anything at the time, and the only possible issue that there could have been would have been if it would have got infected and it would have caused health problems. The military could have charged me, I could have gotten in trouble for, could be anything, they probably misuse of government property, but that didn't happen, so.
Greg wants you to show your tattoo.
My tattoo? Which one?
Your name?
My name? No.
He goes, I dare you, good old man.
You don't want to see my chest tattoo.
And Dave says, love that tattoo story. The worst humidity for me was when I was in Okinawa in the Philippines.
Okinawa?
Yeah. In the Philippines.
Yeah, I bet that was real humid. Nothing like here, I imagine. Nothing like here.
And Corey says, when is the worst time to get a tattoo?
When is the worst time to get a tattoo? Boy, I don't know. Dinner time?
During an earthquake.
During an earthquake? Yeah, well, yeah, I guess. Or who would be a very bad tattoo artist? My buddy Junior.
Yeah. It shakes really bad. Yeah.
He's got a nervous disorder, so I mean, trying to watch him eat soup.
Yep. Anything.
Kind of funny, actually.
Tim says, I got my first tattoo at 18. I didn't even know I was going to get. I didn't even know I was going to get one that day. My friend took me and paid for it.
Well, that's cool. Nobody paid for any of my tattoos. But then again, I didn't pay for anybody's either. So.
Yeah, I paid for mine too. Dave says, destruction of government property is what we were always threatened with.
Yeah, or willful misuse of government. That's what a friend of mine got busted for. They gave him Article 15, just about the max, for passing out on his back, completely naked, on a nude beach in when we were in Italy, and he got burned pretty bad, and he had to spend like 3 days in the hospital, and he walked real funny for about 4 weeks, and yeah, they charged him for that. They took away some rank and took away some money and a few privileges, you know. Those of you that have been in the military kind of know what that is. Their uniform code of military justice.
Greg says, go, go, go. He wants to see your tattoo.
You want to see my tattoo? No, you don't.
Corey says, you guys are so funny. Love it.
Oh, man. You know, I'll try to tell this as cleanly as I can. It was during basic training. It was after hours, and a lot of us, you know, recruits were outside. You know, it was freaking hot. So I was out there, and I was sitting on one of the steps in front of the barracks polishing my boots. And most of the other guys were, you know, kind of doing something, and there was also a few that were just kind of hanging out. A couple of them leaning up against the wall, smoking a cigarette. And drill sergeant comes up, asks these two guys, what did I ask one of them? He goes, what did I have for dinner last night? I said, I don't know. He said, would you believe it if I told you I had, and this is where I'm going to have to clean it up. Would you believe it if I told you we had crap sandwiches for dinner? And he says, no, drill sergeant. He says, if I told you I ate crap sandwiches for dinner, you better believe it was with mustard on rye bread. Get out and give me 50. So dude got down, he's giving him 50. And he asked the dude that's standing next to him, do you know what I had for dinner last night? And he said, crab sandwiches? He said, what? What? I don't believe you think I would actually eat crap. Get out against the... No right answer, but it was funny. Oh, man, it was funny. We were all, the rest of us were kind of... It was very, yeah, just one of those little...
Dave says, I love military stories, and I could go on for hours about some fun stuff.
I bet.
And then he says, what years were you in?
Joined in 76. did active duty till eight, 79, somewhere in there. And when I got out, I did 3 years of the Ready Reserves, so 6 years total. My full 6-year sign on the dotted line contract with Uncle Sugar. How about you? How long were you in there, Dave? In the old, in the Marine Corps? Probably longer than I was in the Army, is my guess. But I don't know. I guess I'll find out if you answer my question.
I smell food.
Come on, water. What's going on here? Rice got to cook sometime today.
Dave said that he was in from 86 to 93.
86 to 93, okay. A little bit later than I was. Alright, let's get this hot. Alright, we're actually coming down to the point where I can start cooking some of this other stuff. Like rice. And my corn on the cob. Corn cob. They actually used corn cobs for toilet paper. I would think, this is just a thought, but I would imagine that they weren't dry corn cobs. Well, I heard this thing on the Civil War the other night, and they mentioned corn cobs used for toilet paper. That thought occurred to me that I would imagine they would have to be moist. Okay, I'll drop that subject.
Thank you.
One thing that they got locally here that some of you folks can be jealous of if you'd like, and that is the Olathe sweet corn.
Yep.
I know they sell it in the western part of the states. I'm not sure if it goes, if they sell it back east or what, but man, oh man, it's some good corn. When it comes in the first, I think we start getting it sometime like the first part of August or so. Yum. Sweet corn.
Greg says, old guy, my life as it is was like being in the military. I have PTSD without even going to war with my life. Yeah, I'm probably a good soldier.
Yeah, probably. Hey, if any, you're a trooper if you can make it through this life anyway. So,
Yeah.
Especially with the way things are now. Off the deep end, just off the deep end. It's like things were going along really good. And then all of a sudden, everybody just decided to, heck with it, I'm going to step off the cliff.
Yeah. Weird shit going on. Weird stuff.
Ooh, Mrs. Old Guy getting blue. Let's see what else is going on. Locally, Arthur, just down the road. Of course, he's, for those of you that know Arthur and Olivia, he's been doing some shows, putting on some public domain movies at the local movie theater, doing a little play, a little games and stuff with the folks, just trying to help support the theater because it's a small town and they struggle like a lot of other businesses. So Arthur does several things down there through over the year, and has invited me to do a couple of things down there with him, and that's always fun to do. We got one coming up, an old Vincent Price movie, House on Haunted Hill or something like that.
Yeah.
And just an old 50s, late 50s, early 60s B-grade horror flick. But they're fun to do, and it's for around here, that's an activity. Because there's not a lot to do here. There's just not, at least inside. There's lots of outdoor stuff. All right.
Scott says, I'd rather deal with a wildland fire than the corporate world.
Let's see, which one is which here? Right rear. Is this one left rear? I agree.
And Greg says, I'm not afraid of anything. And Dave says, this world is a strange place right now.
You've got that right.
Joshua's here.
Joshua! Glad you could make it, man. Old guy here.
Tim said, when my buddy was in the Marines, he told me when he was in basic training, when they were there out of the base in the woods, they had one pot to use, and if you had to go, you had to share it. One toilet.
Probably.
Corey says, I was talking with a squirrel the other
doubt.
day. Corey said that he was talking with a squirrel the other day, and he said that the crazier the world gets, the nets get easier to find.
Yeah, no kidding. That's no kidding.
And Greg says, sorry, I didn't mean to take anything away from Tom's much loved and devoted service.
Oh no.
Or
Take nothing
to the
away
rest
from
of
me.
you.
Nope. No need to apologize. I wasn't offended at all. I don't think anybody was. So.
Nope. So you're dealing with that.
Yep.
Scott says, random, but my training for the department is over at the end of the month. My chief told me that you just need to pass your skills and you're going to graduate. I can do my skills test in my sleep.
Sweet. Well, congratulations. Really, man, congratulations, Scott. I know that's something that you've been working on for several weeks now, so kudos to you.
He says, I get my shield and will probably, and my probie July 4th.
Well, congratulations. For
Will be
those
a
of you
pro.
that do not know, Scott has been training to be a volunteer fireman in his area, and I guess he's going to make all his certifications and everything, so absolutely, congratulations.
Very good.
That's awesome. That is way awesome. Talk about a way to give back to your community. That is sure a good one.
Yep.
It sure is. What do we got here? All right, corn's cooking. I'm going to turn this one on. All right. I'll slide this back over here.
Scott says it's been 5 months of training.
5 months, wow. Yeah. I knew it was several weeks. Of course, I wasn't counting the calendar like you were, I imagine.
Corey says, thanks for not giving me the boot or telling the jokes, or for telling the jokes.
Oh, why would I?
I'm like a drug people can only take me in small doses.
Yeah, you're welcome to hang out anytime. You're welcome to tell all the jokes you like. And speaking of jokes, really, I hope all of you will tune in tomorrow night. and check out the Georgia Pudgy Show. I did write it, but without the talent of the people that I have as my cast, that show would mean absolutely nothing. It would be nowhere at all. So I can't tell you enough how much I appreciate the people that have taken the time to rehearse and and take part in this project, because it certainly isn't getting them anything other than the satisfaction of doing this for old guy. So I'd appreciate your support, and I know they would too. I'm hoping to have a real big announcement about it at some point, but right now, mum's the word. Well, mum isn't the word, but everybody knows that bird is the word. All right. Got this butter. This is going to be kind of a cross between country gravy and brown gravy. Just another little tea.
Greg asked Janice, any chance we can link it here? So I'm not sure if she can or if I need to
Link what?
put the link there.
For the Georgia Pudgy Show?
Yeah. I think that's what he's talking about.
Yeah, if you can.
I don't know how to do that though, because it's not out yet or whatever. So.
Yeah, it's.
Um.
If you go to my page. And tell you what, Greg. Well, geez, how would I get that to you? Well, if you have you're subscribed. If you have the notifications thing clicked, you'll in your online you'll get notified.
Greg said, can't wait to make it. Can't wait to make it part of my king's birthday long weekend.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm glad it's a a holiday for you, and you'll have the opportunity to to do that during the day rather than go to work at the old 9 to 5. Not that I have any idea about your work.
Greg says he has it, but for everyone else, that's why he wanted a link there. For
yes.
And I don't know if I could find it on your channel, and I don't want to mess anything up, so I'm just not going to mess with
Tell you what, I can do that. Let me see
Wild
here,
Man
folks.
would like to know when your favorite sidekick was in Gunsmoke, Vetus, Jester, or Reynolds.
Oh, Festus, big time. Absolutely love Festus. He was the man. Alright, let's see here. Doink. Copy. Alright, hang on there. Paste. Okay. Okay. All right, folks, there you go.
Greg said, yay.
All right. Now, I did, for those of you that maybe haven't seen the shorts, if you go to the shorts on my page and just kind of look down or type in, just look, be easier. You'll find some shorts that I did, and some of them have bits of the rehearsals that we had to do Georgia Pudgy. Boy. It was a lot of fun, I'm telling you that right now. All right, Mrs. Old Guy. I think the moment is at hand.
Yay. Scott says, are you going to make meatloaf sandwiches later?
Yes. Tomorrow for lunch,
Yep.
meatloaf sandwiches. Or for dinner, depending on, or dinner, or lupper. Late dinner, or late lunch, or early dinner. Okay. How's that rice looking? Rice has got a minute here. Alright. How we doing? So far we're okay. I don't see my corn boat, Mrs. Old Guy.
Uh-oh.
Did it get broken?
I don't think so.
I don't know
I
where
don't
it
have
is.
any idea.
You know, I went looking for these online. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. The little, the little tray thing to hold your ear of corn. I tried finding some last year. Couldn't find them anywhere. It was ridiculous. Oh, we can get them online. I guess if I'd have got them online, I'd have some now. But
Tim wants to know who requested this dinner.
no one.
Tom. Tom requested.
I just did it because it was supposed to be spicy pulled pork from Natalie, but Natalie's request. But because of just the way this week worked out, it just wasn't going to happen. So spicy pulled pork will be next Saturday night.
Greg says, here we go, everyone, the big reveal.
What's that? What big reveal is that?
Dinner.
Dinner? Not yet. Another minute. But we can pull a ticket so we can get for week after next.
Oh, so?
Pop this open. Turn my head and reach in. Pull out a tag. What have we got? Swiss steak.
Ooh, yum.
And Lisa and my brother Doug both requested that. So that's a week from Saturday, next Saturday. And for the next 2 Sunday nights, tomorrow night and the following Sunday night, will be the first and second half of the Georgian Pudgy show. Both halves are an hour long, approximately.
Greg says, it is also that microwave plastic cover. No longer can I find it in supermarkets.
Microwave plastic cover?
Yep.
For like outside?
Microwave plastic cover. So I don't know if he means a regular plastic cover or film, like saran wrap.
I'm
I don't know.
still confused. When I say microwave cover, I think of like a cover that you have for your barbecue grill, or
A microwave
cover.
plastic cover.
A microplastic cover. Put it over the microwave. Maybe I don't. I guess I don't get it.
Tim says, LOL, got you. Good choice, Tom. I haven't had meatloaf in a while.
Yeah, something easy, something quick, simple. Normally, we only make like a half a pound meatloaf, a little bit.
Craig says, LOL, no microwave plastic card to put, plastic to put over the bowl.
Oh.
Like I thought.
Okay. Well,
Scott says, I use a plastic cover in my microwave so it doesn't splatter all over the place.
Okay.
It's a lid that goes over your plate or bowl.
Gotcha. Now I see what you're talking about.
Jenna says, I think it's a plastic cover for plates in the microwave.
See, I guess everybody else understood but me.
Grace says,
Because
no,
I
the
think
Fuji,
covers.
you guys are funny, ha.
Lid. Oh, you mean a lid, not a cover. A cover, you throw it over something, you cover it. You want to put a lid on it, that's different. Put a lid on it. Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright. Well, the meatloaf is done. That's a good thing. Well, I think it's a good thing. I don't know. You're looking at me like,
It is. I was waiting for you to finish.
I'm waiting like I said something wrong here.
Waiting for you to finish.
Oh, you're waiting for me to finish. Eh? Well, tell me, am I finished?
Oh no, are you?
You're the one that's waiting.
Guess I'll be waiting a while.
I guess, because who knows when I'll be finished. Especially when I don't know what it is I'm supposed to be finishing.
Greg said he thought he was going insane.
This rice. Getting there. What am I missing here? What am I missing? I'm missing something. What am I missing?
Butter for the corn?
I got some butter now.
I see that.
I was looking for the real spatula, not this
Might be in the same.
plastic piece of garbage. Okay. I'll put the loaf on one of those plates, just so you guys can see it. Can you see that loaf, Mrs. O'Young?
Yes?
I mean, I know you can see it from where you're sitting. I'm wondering if they can see it from where they're sitting.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's a bonus. I suppose you want some of it, huh?
Suppose.
Go for it.
No, I want to starve.
Do you?
Yeah.
I can arrange that. All right. Let me stab you in the ear. Ah, stab my ear. I'll even put some butter on there too for you, okay?
Okay.
It'll be up to you though to
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. I'll just leave it right there and you can deal with it on your own accord.
Lisa says, Tom, it's a good thing because I love meatloaf.
Awesome. I like meatloaf too. It's been a while since we've made a full-size meatloaf. Well, a
Yep.
1 pound meatloaf, whatever.
Yep.
Normally it's a half pound, little tiny little meatloaf. We eat the whole thing. There's never any left over for
Sandwich.
meatloaf sandwiches. So I decided this time, why not have lunch ready for tomorrow?
Scott says, not sure if you saw on Val's stream, Tom, but I fought my first wildland fire on Thursday.
I did see that.
It was an experience to save a guy's home and a lot of land.
Wow. Well, see, and that's exactly why you went for your training, right? To protect life and property. glad that you were there. And I'm pretty sure that whose ever house and land that was, I'm pretty sure they were glad
Oh, yeah.
that you were there too. All right. What have we got left? This rice. Yeah, is that done? Oh, I want it to be done. Where's my
Yeah, better watch out, Missy. She's gonna walk on you.
crazy cat? Crazy cat. All right.
Greg says, butter and corn.
I'm done. I ain't gonna wait no more. That looks like it's okay.
Okay. Not good.
Okay, yep, not good, just okay. I'm not gonna know if it's good until I actually eat it. Looks okay. Plop.
Lisa says cold meatloaf is the bomb to eat.
Yeah, cold meatloaf is okay. I also like it if I cut it kind of thin and then fry it really crispy. Ugh. Have some ketchup on there.
He don't have nothing for you, Missy. You better watch out. You're gonna get walked on.
Better watch it, cat. Oh. Looks good. All right. Yeah. That looks beautiful.
Yeah.
All right. Let me put a little gravy.
Thank you.
Oh, it's not for you.
Yeah, it is.
A little on your rice.
KFC, or Greg says KFC the next morning out of the fridge, and ham and pineapple pizza is great too.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah, I'll eat it right out of the fridge.
Not I.
What do you think? Can you see that okay?
Pretty good.
Pretty good?
Yep. Looks good.
All right, there you go, guys. Meatloaf with a beefy country gravy. Beefy.
Scott says we didn't have a rope to rappel down the cliff, a very steep mountain, so we tied a 1-inch hose line to a tree and used that to rappel down with our hoses and hand tools.
Wow. Well, guess it comes with some risk involved, huh? I'm gonna try to melt this butter on here.
Tim says, any ketchup sauce on top?
Yeah, we put some of that gravy on there. Sometimes I like the tomato sauce, you know, on my meatloaf. Other times I like gravy. Tonight I decided, well, I'm just gonna go for the gravy. Let's put some on here. Reach across the stove. Here you go, Mrs. Old Guy. A little salt and pepper action.
Thank you.
Can you reach it from there?
Okay.
Can you get that okay? And I'll just use what's in here. Didn't break, did it?
No, luckily.
Okay. Alright. Guess I'll try a bite of this corn first since it's the first ear of the season.
No?
It's okay. But it definitely ain't Olay sweet corn.
It's okay.
Yeah, that's right. It's okay. But
Scott says I was on the front line with the hose handling the west side of the fire, and I got it.
that's awesome.
And Greg says, I feel exhausted watching you make this. Thank you so much.
Don't let me tire you out so much. Go down. Tell you, when you're all done here, you go down and lay down on the sofa and put you a cold rag on your forehead. And you lay down there for about 30 minutes. You're going to feel better.
Scott says the thing that surprised me was how hot the ground was. My feet were burning a bit walking through the burnt out area.
Yeah, that. Well, that makes sense. Really, that the ground would be pretty hot.
Yep. Tim says, looks like a good old family meal. Yum.
Yeah, it's all right. The corn isn't the greatest.
No,
But
I've had
it-
better,
it's okay.
but I've had worse.
Oh yeah.
Greg says, wow.
Cat, I told you, you're gonna have to wait to keep the dogs out of the cat food. We usually feed her, put her little water dish and her food dish up here on the table. And right now she's hungry. She wants to jump off the table, but I'm not gonna let her. Rice is cooked okay.
Mm-hmm.
Gravy's got a beefy enough flavor. Loaf is pretty moist.
Mm-hmm. It's good.
Turned out all right. And the best part is I get to eat cookies. Not too chubby.
Greg laughs at you, old guy. LOL, and to good lady Deb. Scott says random, but my surprise. Yeah, my supervisor yelled at me maybe more than 5 times if I was okay. He said, don't get hurt because it's going to be a B word to get you out.
I bet.
And Greg says, how does meow meow go with the moo moos?
Most meow meows dominate the moo moos. Not this one. Polly is the big instigator. As soon as this cat comes in the house, Polly's chasing her down.
They're friends.
Oh yeah, they're friends. That's why she's been scratched as many times as she has. Not too, this isn't horrible. Good. Meatloaf. I like meatloaf.
Yep.
Sorry guys, it's quiet time.
Just shovel this in.
Corey says, great live stream, guys. I've got to run. Keep smiling.
Corey, thanks so much for tuning in tonight. I sure hope I see you tomorrow. Thanks for coming in. Be safe. Have a good week.
Absolutely.
Can't wait to try cookies. Those are going to be good.
I know.
Kind that we've never tried.
It's like I'm trying to hurry up so I can get to dessert. Yep, never had blueberry muffin cookies.
Jenna says it's an ASMR live stream now.
ASMR.
Live stream.
Okay. AMSR.
ASMR.
ASMR.
This turned out really good.
Not bad. Not bad for a guy that used to be skinny and has never cooked anything. I'm sure you've heard the expression, never trust a skinny cook. I guess you can trust me now.
Greg says it's LOL. It's like we just listen and watch you eat.
Well, I mean, it was pretty good, actually. All right. Take a last few bites off of my corn here.
Greg says you're skinny, Tom.
Not anymore.
Jenna says ASMR is when people record themselves for the noises. Some people like watching people make noises.
Thank you, Janice. I have no idea. I have no idea what that meant at all. All right, well.
Jenna says you should do what I do. I always go for dessert first.
Yeah, but see, that's for me. That's a problem. That's all I'll eat. Start munching down on cookies and stuff like that. Oh, I'm full. God, I can't. I ate so much dessert, I ain't got no room for dinner. There was a time, oh boy, there was a long time ago, but in one evening I ate a whole 3-cup vanilla pudding pie and a whole 3-cup chocolate pudding pie in the same evening. I was so full. I really had to sleep sitting up like this. I was full to here. But I sure felt that way. Man, I'll tell you. Mrs. O'Day, you want me to throw you one of these cookies?
Hang on, please. We'll see if I catch it.
How about if I hand you a cookie?
Thank you.
Let me see your plate. Okay.
I'm trying to do something here. I'll be right with you.
You're fine. Get stuff out of the way here. doing?
Greg asked if Janice had a channel,
Ah, she does.
so I am putting a link to her channel.
Awesome. Yes, please check out Janice's channel. And the food crew.
And Greg says, "Old guy, the stream got you, champion." I posted a link for you.
That's not too bad. It is very much like a cross between a cookie and a muffin.
That is good.
Very soft. A little bit of crunch on the bottom.
You're welcome, Janice.
These are really good.
Yeah.
Blueberry cookie.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Pretty good.
Woohoo! Hey. What do you know? Managed to make it.
Yeah, but don't turn that off. You got cookies to bake.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Yes, dear.
Jerry's waiting for cookies.
Jerry, I definitely don't want to disappoint Jerry, so. Jerry, if you're still watching, I promise I'll call you when cookies are ready and I'll bring some over. Or at least message. I have your number written down or not?
I don't think so.
I don't know. I'll have to look. All right, folks. Well, as always, when it gets to this time of my stream, I'd like to, ask y'all if you have anything else you'd like to ask, or have any dinner requests, or any comments. This is a really good time for that to happen. And don't forget about tomorrow night. There will be an hour earlier than it is now when we get started. So I guess I'll hang out for a second. How are you doing over there, Mrs. O'Day? Okay.
Yeah. Greg says steps up to help out the old guy.
One more time.
He said, "I stepped up to help you out."
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
By telling you that you got cookies to cook.
Well, I know. I appreciate it. I would have had to wait for the oven to get hot again. What kind of cruel injustice would that have been?
Scott says, "We won't, Tom."
Okay, yep. Yeah, well, I hope they don't.
Greg,
Forget tomorrow.
Greg says, "Pigs in a blanket."
Next week? Pigs in a blanket.
It's a request.
All right. And you know what? I think we had another hot dog request. I hope I can find it. But if I don't, it'll just be 2 times. I will not only make pigs in a blanket, I will make the hot dogs. All right?
Scott says, "We too tomorrow night."
Awesome. So, hot dogs, huh? What was it?
Hot pigs in a blanket.
Pigs in a blanket. Yep. Okay. Now, Mrs. O'Day does not like hot dogs, so I'm hoping that she'll like this homemade stuff. If not, then I guess I'll cook her a sausage in a blanket. Or I guess a cow in a blanket and use a beef sausage. If you can, believe me, if you can have a pig in a blanket, you can have a cow in a blanket. Why not chicken in a blanket? Chicken in a blanket. That just sounds like something you don't want to ever hear again.
And Greg says, wow. And then Scott says, have you had Costco hot dogs?
Yeah, I think I have. You know, it's a hot dog.
Greg says, so 10 a.m. my time tomorrow, yeah?
Yes, sir. 10 a.m. your time tomorrow. In the land down under. All right, well, I
Greg
guess.
says, just don't call me late for a blank.
Aha! I promise. All right, folks. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. As always, you know, this is the highlight of my week. It's, you know, I kind of missed not doing this the last couple weeks. So, you know, it was nice to take a break, but it's also nice to be back. And I appreciate everybody's continuing support. I really, really do. I will see you the next time. And I guess I'm going to get out of here, but
Yeah, Lisa's
please
going.
give back into your community, all right? Volunteer somehow, some way. Help a neighbor. Just do something to give back. Something else?
Scott said Costco hot dogs are nothing special, but for $1.50 with a drink, you can't beat it.
Nope. That's a little mustard and you're good to go.
That's it.
Okay, guys. See you tomorrow night, I hope. In the meantime, I'll see you next Saturday night. Have a good, safe week. We'll see you then. Goodbye.
Okay.
Awesome.